What's going on, boys? What's happening? Been a long time. Been a long time since I've had a little stream. But welcome for those catching up on video, etc. Welcome, or is welcome the right word? But thanks for watching and all of that. And for those that are here now, what's going on, Kebab? Hello to you, sir. What's going on, Matt? Evening, sir. Evening. Yeah, I thought I'd do a little stream because there's a couple of players that I actually want to buy. But before I get into that, I want to make sure that I'm making the right purchases. So I've got about 32, 33 players on my watch list at the moment. And I'm going to talk to you guys about them. There is somebody who's just come back with a counter on something, and I'm not too sure whether to click that accept button. So before I do, I want to do about half hour of scouting, making sure that I'm, as I said, making the right decision. And in the meantime, you know, spend a couple of hours with you lot and see any questions, any topics of discussion, etc. Because as I said, it's probably been the best part of, well, it must be about 2 months since I've been on here. Obviously, I had a little break in terms of creating content as well, but come back with a little bit of a banger with the old Bayer Leverkusen boys, and then obviously the giveaway that I've been doing as well, which has gone down really well. First things first, can you guys hear me all right? Just before I start sharing and everything, the volume okay, etc. All good, sweet. Cheers, boys. Nice one. Yeah, I don't know how many kind of people we're going to get on here tonight, but as I said, I wanted to do about an hour's worth of scouting and potentially buying as well. So I thought, why not share it and see who's about and get some of your guys' opinions on it. Gallery's looking all right, though. I'll tell you that. What's going on, Dominic? Welcome, mate. Galleries, I'm getting there. I'm starting to get there with it. You know, I think I've made well, I've won some good rewards. I think I've made some good purchases. Obviously, time will tell with that. Could fall absolutely on my ass, but at least when I look at my gallery now, I don't know if you guys have it. Do you ever like look at your gallery and then think, why the hell did I buy that guy? Why did I fall into that trap of buying him? I mean, I am looking down here. I could tell that. So my recent purchase has been all right, but right, why did I buy? I've sold a lot of them actually. Why did I buy Eric Tommy? Yes, he's a bit of a baller, but did I need that stack with Johnny Russell? Probably not. Why did I buy Taylor Booth? That one kicks literally. Look at that. The floor price is 0.03. I paid 0.3 for him. Why did I buy him? Now the good thing is that, as I said, that's why my gallery's looking better now, because I'm actually looking at it and I'm thinking, I don't mind any of these purchases. Now, there are a few flaky ones in there, obviously, like this Chanot or Chano or however you pronounce his name. But I literally bought him because it's a pair with my Morris goalkeeper for Luxembourg when they play. Obviously, I'm not expecting amazing things, but could sneak a little threshold in there. But as I've said in like previous videos, if you're not up to date with any videos, go and give them a watch, even if you sort of fly through just transactions, because I'm not gonna go into them all. But you know that I've sold a lot of players recently. You know, Angelino's gone back out, Buanga went, Gregus went, Donovan Pines, he was another one. Like, why did I buy him? Tyler Miller, another one. Why the hell did I buy him? Yeah, there's definitely a few in there, but I'm getting there. In-game voice. I need a rare keeper under £250. Don't know who to go for. I don't know, mate. What are you planning to use him for? Is it a cap mode? Is it like your best lineup? Is it an all-star goalkeeper, so from anywhere? Let's know. I'm sure there'll be a few guys in the old chat that will help out as well. But yeah, coming back to this, nice little giveaway I'm doing, boys. check that bad boy out. Yeah, nice little Sergio Ramos. He's on the up for 240. Yeah, we'll have a look in a minute, mate. We'll take a look for sure. Yeah, I thought I'd give this guy away because I won him, and I haven't done a giveaway before. And I didn't think that I ever would, to be honest with you. Obviously, my gallery isn't massive. But he come in and I thought, you know what, it's probably the perfect chance to do a giveaway. Yes, gain some followers and all of that. It's why everyone does it, obviously. But he come in and I thought, do you know what? I had Valverde come in. I had the goalkeeper come in as well. Nice little bit of ETH. Why not? It's the perfect time. Now, I do actually think that he can be pretty decent this year for Seville. Now, he started all right. You know, if we look down here, let me just filter it by Seville, right? He started all right. He smashed to 77. I think that's why his price went up a little bit. Um, and then the next game, he gave away a penalty, but he had an assist as well. So as you luck there, and then what was that? No, that was the game before last. Sorry. After that, yeah, they was playing there, and he didn't do great. But anyway, I think that he can do well, and he gets Champions League games as well if he becomes a starter. And I thought, do you know what? Let's give him away. Let's have a nice little giveaway. Somebody need him more than what I will. So a little follow, a little retweet. If you haven't done this, guys, go for it. You know, you never know. You might win him. And we've had about, well, I say 317. We've had 317 retweets, but I don't think everyone's subscribed on YouTube, so I'll have to filter that bit out. All right. So in-game voice. Before I get into sort of my stuff and be a little bit selfish, let's look at your let's look at a goalkeeper for you, mate. No one really springs to mind. I mean, I'm a little bit out of loop because I've just been smashing kind of what I need to do and get back to where I need to be. But let's have a little look. I mean, Matt's come out there with a suggestion. David Marshall been doing great recently, about 180. Do you know what? I was going to pick his super error up at the beginning of the year. I think I messaged Quinny about it as well, because I didn't really, I don't know too much about Scottish football. What am I doing here? Not by scores. Let's go by price, right? So let's go by pounds as well, considering you said 250 quid. Let's go to 60 just in case. Definitely want a starter, don't we? That would make sense if you didn't have a starter. Let's go by that, and let's go by about there. Let's have a look, mate. All right, 72 result. Well, there he is. He's straight away, isn't he? He's at the top. And do you know who else I was looking at from Hibs? I think he's a decent signing. He's on the watch list again, and I kind of don't want to give it away. I think there's only one on the market. But this guy, Joe Newell. Now, he's quite cheap, but if you just check out his recent scores, he's doing all right. I quite like the look of him. I actually looked at his super rare, but it's a little bit too expensive for me at the moment for what I'm doing. But yeah, I like the look of him. The next two games he's not great. So, you know, Marshall. Oh, he's got injured there. Anyone know how injured he is? Have a look. Dominic says, have a look at the Besiktas goalkeeper. New chap played the last 3 games, I believe. Take a look at him as well. Mad Koalas, is that? I'm not sure of the price of the rate, but Rafael Salinger in Austria is limited is $18 US. He's been great at late. There's another one. Oh, you have Newell. In-game voice. Are you a Scottish kind of football fan? Do you know much about him? Is he good to watch? He takes their sets as well, right? He's having to do so much in that midfield. Oh, he racks up points. Right, got you. Taken off last game. I've not seen it. It's not seen the injury low. Yeah, be careful then, because obviously he's a bit older, so might take him a little while to recover on that front. And then Jonathan, welcome, mate. Welcome. Not sure if you're interested in second division Europe, but I bought a Lozano yesterday. Takes sets as a midfielder. Let's just search for him, and then we'll jump back to that list. Who's he play for? I'm assuming Levante. Well, he looks all right, doesn't he? 100 last game. He looks decent. AA's... Oh, okay, he's got a 48 there and a 35. I was going to say, if he had a run of just like 10s and 12s. Yeah, he seems decent. Let's jump back to this list then and have a look for you. You kind of want a younger one, I think. You at least want to get a little bit out of him and get a bit of selling value on there. I mean, I would say Stuver, but obviously season's coming to an end. I know I've just sold him, but I think for a cap mode, he's actually a good goalkeeper. See what else he's saying. I just have Hib stack. Oh, got you. If you filter just Levante, it's very nice. Steve Mandanda is another goalkeeper, about 270. And the price range, I think old goalkeepers are not 100% starters are only options in Europe. I would 100% say Steve Clark, but I bang on about him all the time. But again, end of the season at the MLS. I also looked at this guy. Now, again, I don't know. I don't think Ross County are great, but he looks like a decent cap goalkeeper. I know he's got these really kind of red scores here, but he can peak a little bit at the 87, the 71, mid 50s. I'm assuming he gets decent AA. Yeah, he does, because they're not the best team in the league. Could be a shout. I mean, what is he? I've got it. Oh, yeah, 220. Might be another one. It seems like the Scottish goalkeepers are the way to go, or the place to scout. Let's have a little look in here, see if anyone else jumps out to me. Yeah, if anyone else in the chat has any suggestions for in-game voice, smash them in there, boys. Smash them in there. Yeah, maybe one of them two. I don't know. Go from there. So let me talk about my dilemma, and obviously feel free to smash some questions, boys. Chat amongst yourselves, ask whatever you want, go for it. Your chat and all that. When we look at my gallery, now I'm going to take out the America boys that I've got in here. Yeah, so let's just go with this. Goalkeeper wise, goalkeeper wise, I'm doing all right there. Now, Raul Fernandez, we missed the first couple of games, then he come back in, and I probably should have sold him. I would have got like 0.12, 0.13 for him, but hey, he's there, he's sitting there. But I've got 3 solid goalkeepers in terms of Europe now, with Hradecky, Morris, and Unistal, and I've got their defensive stacks as well. I'm really pleased with those 3 goalkeepers. I probably need one more. And I was having a little look around today, but I'm not going to spend too much time talking about goalkeepers as such on here. But as we know, I won this guy. I say as we know, if you've watched the latest video, then you know. I won him, and he started the last 5-6 games, but I think it's because the number 1 is injured. So I want to get him out and get the ETH in. After doing a bit more detail. Now, looking at this don't look very promising, does it? You know, the last sort of 5 or 6 sales, it's been around like 0.15. And a little tip that, I don't know if it's a tip or whatever, it's just something that I do. If I win somebody, I always look at the last auction, and then I look at the bidders on it. And whoever comes second, whoever basically was the, penultimate bid sort of thing, I would then contact them and just say, look, the price that you paid, I'll give them to you if you want. But these 2 here, you can't, I don't know if you can see it or not, but probably by me magnifying it a little bit. Second went and just bought one off the market. So I couldn't really contact him. But it don't look promising, does it? I mean, at the moment, he's listed for just over 0.2. He's not going to go for that. Now, it'd be different if these few scores here was like 60s and above, but they're not. So I think I want to get him out. And I think that I had him up on the market for like 0.165 for about 2-3 hours, and literally had no one take any interest in this guy whatsoever. So then immediately it's like, well, what's a bot going to offer me, right? So I've had Basilbot reject me. I don't know if you can see that because of my camera's in the way, but Basilbot rejected me. And then Sir Hiss sent me just under 0.1. And I think that I could get a little bit more out of him for a trade. So this is what I was thinking, right? Let me show you my watch list. Because I need another defender, and I do need some forwards as well. So these are some of the players that I'm watching. Let me just filter by defenders. Now Dalot I've already got, so let's take him out, right? Ivanov I was just watching because he pairs with Hradecky, if I'm saying his name right. Monfrey, he's a guy that has been on my watch list for probably the best part of 18 months, but I've just never made the purchase. Got Pereira in there as well, which I think is the decent price for me. And then I've got the Antwerp boys in there, which I'm seriously considering as well, after their heroics in the last few weeks, because they've been really, really solid. But this is the guy that I'm thinking about getting in, right? It's Daniel Munoz. Now, anyone in chat have this guy? Because we know, like looking at these scores, right? Let's just go to all rather than rather to that. He can smash hundreds like it's no one's business. He didn't play the last game because he's got a little bit of an abductor injury, I think. But just looking at his price for what he delivers, playing for one of the best teams in that league, yeah, they've had a bit of a rough start, but they've had so many games. I just think that I might be able to get a deal as a little swap with this. So I threw a few trades out there, and then this guy come back to me recently. I might have to refresh this. Hold on. Come on. Here we go. Come on, Sorare. Your new layout. Killing me. Killing me. Yeah, there we go. Can you see that right? Yeah. So he's saying that he'll take that goalkeeper off me. He'll take him off me, and I need to give him 0.03. Now, going back to this goalkeeper, I know I'm being fucking long on this, right? But his last couple of sales are point. So for basically 0.18, I get that Daniel Munoz card. Now, as soon as this guy loses number one, he drops. Now, I think that Munoz keeps coming down a little bit as well from the trend that's been going on. But boys, what do we think about that? What do we think about that trade? For Munoz and 0.03, and then he takes his goalkeeper off my hands. What do you think? Because I don't know. I don't think I'm going to get that kind of price for a swap from a bot. I don't think I'm going to get it. But this is what I just want to make sure. I want to make sure that Munoz is the right defender to go for. Because if we look at Toby Alderweireld and Batal, let's call him that, Toby has been absolutely killing it of late. He takes their penalties as well, I believe. And they play Champions League. Now, hopefully, I say hopefully, but if they get knocked out, hopefully they come third and then go into Europa and that sort of stuff, and there's more games for them. But yeah, what do you think on Munoz? Because I mean, this is the other guy, right? So you got to be careful with him because he's got defender cards and midfielder cards out there. But if we take a look at his scores, very, very consistent. And I would say he's the kind of behind De Kuiper in that league, behind De Kuiper and probably Munoz, he might be the next one in there in terms of like his stats, his games, what he offers me. And he is a little bit cheaper. Now his defender card is going for probably like 0.1, yeah, 0.12. So it is a bit cheaper. But if I pick up Munoz as well, because I need a striker, then I was looking at Pencil and just going for both of them. Now, I held both of these cards last year and got rid of them. And I think that Munoz is a little bit of a flight risk. And I think that's potentially maybe why people are selling him. But if we look at his next run of games, he's obviously playing Conference League, which he's going to pretty much play. Midtjylland is a good fixture for him. Another good fixture there. What's going on, Neil? What's happening, mate? Welcome to the stream. He has got a decent run of fixtures as well. And if he leaves, I think that he only goes to... I think there was talks around Brazil. I don't think he goes to the Prem or somewhere like that. I don't know if he's going to get a bad mood. I just think that he's a good player. You like Toby more, hearing some rumours time ago. He was watched by Leon. Yeah, but do you think that he does... Do you think that... Sorry, I was just reading another one there. Do you think that he really flops if he goes to Leon, though? I mean, who's... Like, Leon's back... I can't even talk. Leon's right back is... It used to be Kenny Tetter back in the day. I remember that. Or Tetty or something like that. Clinton Matter. Okay. Well, they're probably just going to be totally different players, aren't they? Yeah, I mean... I don't know. I think he could do all right there. I mean, I wouldn't even mind that too much because I was at like Lacazette's on my watch list as well. Yeah, what's going on, Neil? I think I said hello, mate. Dominic, how much is Janssen Antwerp striker compared to Pencil? Now, the problem that I've got with Janssen is, and as a Spurs fan, I know him quite well. his AA is just shocking, isn't it? I mean, we take a look at this. His AA, all right, last game was 23, but that was because they was playing in a really good fixture. Before that, -2, -2, -7, -5, -4. You know, I want players with that's got decent AA. I mean, his price. So he's 2/3 of what Pencil is. Um, Matt, I think you just need to get rid of the goalkeeper before the number one is back. Yeah, I agree. And I mean, I haven't really offered him out to many other people, but putting him up there for like a couple of hours on 0.165. I mean, if somebody come in and give me 0.15, yeah, I'm going to take it, but I just had literally nothing for a good few hours. And I don't know, maybe I need to be more patient on it. But would you take the deal, do you think, Matt? Would you take that Munoz deal? I mean, the other thing that I was looking at, and I was listening to, what's it called? The Sorare Ramblers? Ramble? Sorare Ramble, the podcast with Aber, Sorare Monkey, and the other fella, I don't really know. Is it Chris? I think it is. I've only just started listening to it, really. And they went on FB Ref, and I think that most people know about FB Ref as well. But I was looking at some of this. Now it's annoying on here. I don't know if you can, but this is the big five European leagues combined here, which is great. But what I actually want is the one underneath those combined. And I don't think that you can get it. But I was having a look through some of these stats as well, not just the ones on Sorare data, and that definitely helped. For sure. But if we go over to Sorare data, because that's the only one that I've got in terms of this league, right? And I don't know if anybody else does this, but they do have a stats section here, which I do quite like to use. So let's go defender over here. And then one thing that I go straight to is big chances created. Now, for some reason, it always does that, but let's just reset it. Let's just go last 5. I know that's not great, but the season's only just started, right? And you have to play around with it a little bit because then it just resets and goes to everyone. Now, the Kuiper is somebody that, yeah, definitely would like to get in, but he is double the price of Munoz. We take a look at his scores. Obviously, they're very, very good, but quite similar to Munoz, to be perfectly honest. You know, he has them 100s. I mean, obviously, he's playing for Club Brugge here. He is consistent, but then after that, what's interesting in a few things that I look at, attempted assist as well. So I know a lot of people obviously go by like centre backs who are very solid with AA, but I just like a fullback. I just think they're more exciting to watch when you're watching them. I enjoy fullbacks. Now it's not to say that I'm never going to buy a centre back, obviously, but you know, attempted assists. Now he interested me. And then you've got Batal that appears on this list here, or Batali. Now Munoz is down there a little bit with only 4 attempted assists in the last 5, but bearing in mind he didn't play the last game. Penalty entrances. Now this guy has got some really underlying stats. This Hugo Siquet, but then again you can see Batal there. You can see Castro in there as well. It's quite interesting that Toby's appearing on that list down here as a centre back as well. That is quite interesting. And then the other one for defenders I look at is double doubles. Castro's on there again. Toby's in there. Munoz is in there this time. Triple doubles again. Are they capable of doing that? Siquet is in there again. Munoz is there. So I think if we're just focusing on this league specifically, these are the players to be taking a look at, really. But let's just catch up with chat. Neil, as a newbie, I'm seeing a lot of negativity about Sorare, and a lot of people are selling their full galleries. So it's making me think if it's worth going into. People are saying they lose value so quick. It depends. It depends what you want to do in the game. You know, I mean, I'm not putting sort of my life savings and things like that into it. I know that some people probably are, right? But it's down to you, mate. At the end of the day, what do you enjoy? I enjoy doing things like this, having a little scouting session, doing some deals and that with people, watching them on the weekend. I mean, I've just won probably the best part of 0.45 ETH. So what's that? About 700 quid over the weekend. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm probably going to lose that or put it back in, but it's just fun that I like some fun and some entertainment that I like to do, really. So if people are selling their galleries, they might have different reasons why they're selling them. Maybe they need some cash out. Maybe, yeah, they're just not enjoying it anymore. Um, it's up to you, mate. At the end of the day, it's your money, you know. If you're playing for free, then cool. But if you're investing some money, it's totally down to you. Matt, I probably would. It's a tad overpay, but getting out of a card isn't going to win you anything. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. He's offering me this trade. I mean, I could be spending the next 2 to 3 days trying to actually get him out, because if we looked at his last sales, we're talking about this goalkeeper, by the way. If we looked at his last sales, it's not really. I mean, it's not like every day, is it? You know, I mean, if he goes back down to 0.1, there's no way that I'm going to be trading him for like a card like Munoz. So maybe I will take that deal. But I'll just finish up kind of saying what I was saying about those defenders in a minute, because one of them does interest me. It's just score wise doesn't. Dominic, as a Spurs fan, you should go for Porro. Yeah, I've looked at him. Definitely, and I'll talk about Spurs in a minute as well, because Son is on my watch list. I'd like to have a Spurs stack. Now, probably my last stream, or maybe the one before last, it was just before the beginning of the season, and Madison was like 0.25, and I think Son was like 0.18 or something stupid. And I said to everybody, I want to get these guys in, and now they're literally triple the price. I I didn't want to deposit more, so I couldn't have done much about it. But yeah, I wouldn't mind a couple of Spurs players for sure, mate. I like United and got like a United stack. Okay, cool, cool. In-game voice. I would say to only go into Sorare and see yourself playing for 3 years or more. Yeah. I don't think it's somewhere where you can just jump in, make a load of money, and then jump back out. I think that you've got to enjoy the platform. I would like some more sports coming on the game, but they need to sort out their current sports, really. But yeah, this guy interests me because I've already got Burgers and Machida as the super rare, and I've got the goalkeeper. But then all of a sudden I'm stacking a bit too much, I think. So I think he's out of the question. But this guy, I'm sure it was on FB Ref as well. He just appeared at the top of everything, pretty much. And I think he takes some of their sets, but score-wise, it don't look great. Yes, it does look okay around here, around these greens, but it's nowhere near the Munoz card. And yes, he's pretty much, a third of the price. But I might just keep my eye on this guy and how he gets on and check his games, because I think that he's got some underlying stats at the moment. Jansen's up there as well, yeah, so we spoke about him. So yeah, I think it leaves me with Munoz. Now, I've already got, let's just show you my defenders. So let's go rare, super rare, but let's also go champion, second division. So these are the cards that basically after MLS finishes. So obviously Ramos is a giveaway. And again, if people haven't entered that giveaway, go over to my Twitter account, the Parrot Press, at the Parrot Press, and then feel free to enter. I'm giving away Sergio Ramos, which is a nice little giveaway, I think. I think people will enjoy his card. I think he does well this year. So yeah, all you got to do is follow me, retweet me, like, and subscribe to this account, this YouTube account. But going back to my gallery, we've got Diego Dalot, which I think is a good signing for me, especially with AWB out and for Portugal. Proper comes in because of what's going on with Brenner, and obviously I've got Grimaldo. So I've got Dalot on Grimaldo as my sort of champion Europe players. I mean, I do want to get some more, obviously, but what I want to have the ability to do is that if I want to go into Challenger Europe for a competition or something like that, that I've got like proper in there, which I've already got. Van Aanholt, I'm probably going to get rid of him. Brenner has not been playing, so I think I just need some more cover from a Challenger point of view, hence why I was looking at Munoz. Yeah, currently getting into MLS Super Rares in preparation for 2024. Love off-season prices. Yeah, mate, I love the MLS. Never really think that I thought I would say that, to be honest, prior to So Rare. But yeah, absolutely love the MLS. As you probably know, if you've watched my stuff before, I've had a lot of MLS players. I'm thinking now to December at best prices. Yeah, probably towards the end of the season. It's always good. And then February, March, prices seem to go up again in the MLS. Just depends if you want to invest your funds there or try your luck, obviously trying to win some other things. So yeah, that's why I was looking at Munoz. Now, the other ones in there was, again, the Antwerp boys, which I don't know if I'm going to regret that, you know. I don't know. I mean, defender-wise, if we look in here, if we just go back to FB Ref, because I've not really used this. I mean, what do you guys use to get your data? Is it just Sorare data that you use? Or do you, can you do this by position? Is it just Sorare data, or do you use FB Ref as well? Don't know. How can I just get defenders? Is there some sort of filter here? I mean, expected assists, that's not a bad one. Trippier's in there. Trippier at one point was so fucking low. It's like 0.15. I remember looking at it thinking, how the hell is this guy so low, considering what he does on the pitch? Yeah, so this is here. This is here staring me in the face. And as you say, I don't know who said it earlier, was it Matt? Yeah, I think it is. It's just a card that I can do basically nothing with. But just spending that little bit. I mean, I got 0.06 ETH this weekend, and that's not to say just throw it away, but you know, would I have rather got Munez as a reward and half of the ETH? I probably would have, and I mean that's what that is, isn't it? And then from a defender point of view, from a forward point of view as well, this is what interests me because I've got Pencil on my list. I know that Pencil's come out and said that he's kind of waiting for a big move, and I think that he could move to someone like a Leon. Whether he does what he does out there, he just needs to get back to this form. All of these numbers here was when there was like transfer rumours around him and he was flopping a little bit. But if we look at his AA, you know, 13 and 19 and 8, 13, obviously didn't play there, and 11. If he can get sort of 10, 11, a little bit more on them jumps from an AA standpoint, just like that. Again, more fixtures, pairing with Munoz. And for that price, you know, you might be able to pick him up for 0.14. I just think that's a good buy. I don't think there's, again, talking about like the FB Ref, when I was looking earlier, stats wise, he's doing all right. Now the other ones in there, I mean, Griezmann's in there. Again, people have been following me for a long time. You know that I had a Griezmann, and I did say that when I sold him, he'd probably come back into the gallery at some point because I just love Griezmann, and I think that he ends up in the MLS as well because he loves America, and I'd love that. And then we've got Son in there as well. Now Son, I'd have to do a little bit more. You know, I don't know. I think Pencil gets more for me, considering that I've got 2 Champ Europe strikers at the moment in the Girona lad and Kramaric that I've just signed. I think that I need a challenger striker, again, to give me that flexibility. And basically all of these, I mean, he's Griezmann, Son, Dux, Ito, Nakamura, Sane, Lacazette, Torres. I actually don't want Torres. I was just looking at him for that one game week, to be honest, which is something that I never suggest people do. So he's the only one that's come around as a challenger forward. Am I missing anyone? Does anyone kind of know of a challenger Europe striker that just has very good AA and is that I'm missing here? I mean, let's have a look. Now, Dominic, I have collections for teams that I love. If they don't do well, if I was a Spurs fan, a 5% collection Spurs stack would be my first priority as they're flying. Yeah, but then you're playing the premium, right? As I said, like 2 months ago, Son and Madison was literally a third of their price. So you have got to go fucking balls deep in with it. If you're playing for money, just sell it and buy a PSV stack. Yeah, just go or a Celtic stack or something like that. Let's just take a little look here because I want to make sure that I'm not missing out on somebody. So let's go L40 and let's go with AA on an average of, we'll be nice and we'll go with 9. We definitely want them to start most of the games, so let's just go there. So you only got 27 that appear, and I bet they're expensive. Hi mate, any suggestions for someone that wants to start playing MLS? What suggestions of players? I mean, what's your knowledge on the MLS? Because I fucking love it. Yeah, Matt. He was been on and off my watch list. Is in Balik. I've never said his name, so bear with me. Balik Wisha. Yeah. We'll take a look at him now. Noah Lang. I was looking at him, but I think there's just rotation now with them signing Lozano. I don't know if he's week in and week out. Yep, he absolutely might be, but I don't know. And there's Pencil. See, he's appearing on that list with his L40 is over 9 in terms of AA. Articod yeah, you said about him as well, didn't you? Yeah. Paul Velo. I only know Carlos Hill because he's Carlos Hill, mate. I would 100% suggest him because he's basically the best player in the MLS in terms of Sorare, along with a few others. But yeah, it depends what you want to do. Whether you want to stack a team and follow them, whether you want the defensive and the goalkeeper handcuff, then look at players that or look at teams that don't concede much. I don't know. If you've got a question about a certain player, I can certainly advise you with that. Liddell says Lang just gets too many injuries. Yeah, he does. He does. Definitely does. Fitz, I don't want to get into the Austrian Bundesliga, which might seem a little bit silly because there could be some good players out there. Marcus Edwards, obviously know about him, but I think that's just way too pricey for what he offers. Bergwijn, I think he wears the armband at Ajax, but Ajax haven't been flying, so I need to see what they're doing. Bakayoko, I think you're paying the premium because he's under 23, so I miss out on him. Pepe, I don't know too much about, to be honest. You got another Porto boy in there as well. Nicholas Storm, I know a lot about him. Watched him a lot last year because I had his card. I don't want him, so I'm pretty much out. Down here, I don't want Mertens. Arzakan, he gets injured all the time. So I'm pretty much out of options, boys, in terms of AA, a decent number. Dominic likes Renuso and Pookie. I don't like Pookie. Obviously, I love Renuso. I own him. I own this guy as well, but Bongo. Let me show you his card. I'd prefer him as a forward, again, just from an AA standpoint. Now, don't get me wrong, Pookie's probably going to score many goals, but this guy, from an AA standpoint, if we just go on his L40, look, he's already up there at 11.6 for a forward card, and he has these peaks. He's one of those ones who have just won me Valverde as well, but not telling you what to do and what to buy him. I just prefer his card over Pookie's. Stack a team, maybe offensive MLS and defensive South America. Yeah, I think that's been what a lot of people have said in the past, go South America, but there are still some good defensive stacks out there in the MLS. I mean, I think I own a couple, with Willis. I know that there's an issue with him, whether he's going to be number 1 next year, etc. But he's definitely paid dividends for me since I've had him in my gallery. Seattle boys are not too bad. Maybe a Yamar. I own a Tolo Super Rare, but a Yamar's nice with a Fryer. Again, watching what happens with Fryer because he could retire at the end of the season, even though he said that he doesn't want to, but he might not be at Seattle. But yeah, Galise, yeah, he was a flight risk last year because there was rumours that he was going to go out to the Middle East. So again, be careful. But I think that he renewed his contract. But a very good goalkeeper. I think you get some utility out of him from international, if I believe. You need to check that. But I didn't like watching Orlando because I owned Pereira as their cam for a little while, and I didn't like watching him, watching them as a team. But going back to these forwards, so it leaves me with this guy. Now, he's a bit more expensive, yes, because you are paying that little bit of tax on top because of his under 22. sorry, under 23, and he takes their sets as well. So he's definitely a good option. I think a nice little Antwerp stack would be nice. You know, Alderweireld, Batali, this guy. I don't know who they've got in the middle of the park, but that it would be quite nice actually. And then you've got Artikoglu as well, but I think he's too expensive. He's double the price of what Pantil offers me. And yes, these hundreds, I get it, but let's just go L15 for this season. He spiked a couple of times. Again, Pantil can do that. I'm not sure. I just think that Pantil might be the one, even though he's a flight risk. That's the trouble that I've got. I don't think he moves in January, so I think I get a season out of him. I think I'll win his money back. Interesting to see who starts his Kramaric, because he was injured, wasn't he? Is he on the bench or anything? No, he's not. He's out. Well, that's a shame. It's a shame. So yeah, from a challenger point of view, I just think it's just Pantil, isn't it? Really? Ah, yeah, he's a baller, Dominic. Absolute baller guy. He's not going to be there for long, I'll tell you that. I reckon he'll go somewhere in the Prem. Like, maybe I don't know, maybe like an Everton or something like that. I mean, I think he's better than that, but do you know what I mean? Like that sort of team, and then all of a sudden you'll have that big jump to somewhere else. So yeah, Munoz is sitting there. If I go Munoz, I'll go Pansil as well. If I don't, I mean, who else is on my watch list? I probably didn't show you everything that was going on here. From a forward point of view, at least. Forward. I really like Sane. But there's a few people that I like. So Martin Ball's on there for a threshold point of view, by the way. Nakamura, I think I'd rather Ito than Nakamura, so let's take him off. This is what I spend a lot of time doing, just putting people on and off. I was going to buy this guy. I think that he's good value, but I don't think he plays for the best team, which worries me. Ito's on there because I have Teddy Tuma. That'd be a nice little stack, nice little pair. Brentford be good. Yeah, exactly. Somewhere like Brentford, they would 100% pick him up. Or maybe a Villa. Maybe Villa pick him up. This Wonder Kids, when they jump, it's over. What, as in you think that they just flop as soon as when they move? Depends where, right? Missed the beginning of the stream. What's the crack with Munoz? So basically, I won a goalkeeper that is starting at the moment, but he's quite cheap. He don't really sell a lot. Let's call him a value 0.15. And then some guy is saying to me that he'll take that goalkeeper off me, but I need to give him a little bit of ETH on top, and I can get Munoz. And then I was just talking about whether there's another defender that I would want to get out there, and if I get him, do I get Pantil in and that sort of stuff. So yeah, that's the debate at the moment. I mean, I'm probably overpaying a little bit for him, but it's just about getting out of this goalkeeper as soon as I possibly can. I think because I put him up for 0.165 and literally had nothing. And then I relisted, put him a little bit cheaper. I think 0.16 at one point. I would have took like 0.14. But if I'm going to take 0.14, add on that 0.03, I'm already at 0.017, pretty much what Munoz is being listed at. So am I really missing out on things? That's what I'm getting. That's where I'm at. But I would like to get Sane in because I think that with my Bayer Leverkusen boys and him as a forward, and then I play an extra at that time, like an Alex Garcia or something like that, I think that could win me Champion Europe, definitely. If I enter it there, it could win me All Star for sure. But maybe I'm not there yet in terms of funds. So I don't want to put more money in, to be honest. I mean, I think I put like about 200 quid in maybe 3 weeks ago, and that was a long time, like before my last deposit. So I didn't really want to be doing that. I might take that deal, boys. Now you know exactly where my head's at with this. What do you think? Do you think it's the right move? Do you think I'm doing the right thing? Do you think I'm doing the right thing? Kebab says, any tips for me who wants to transition to Cap 240 Rare? I'm thinking Asia and start early next year. or start of next season. Now you can definitely get some absolute top players in Asia at the moment. I mean, Schultz is so cheap. Not that you'd pay him in cap 240, but like he is cheap for an absolute animal of a card as a defender. It depends, because I wouldn't be able to sit for 2.5 months waiting and just buying bargains. I'd get too impatient personally. But if you're a patient person, then pick up some of the bargains, mate, and go for it there. Sam Preki is my stack. They have some amazing players. Yeah. I mean, Sasaki, you've got Araki, you've got Shiatani. Is that his name? He's a good player. He's definitely a good player. I'd say go for it. I think he's got a slight knock at the moment. Withdrew from the national team. Yeah. I was talking to I'll show you this, right? I was talking to Evil Duke about this. If you don't follow Evil Duke, by the way, you should definitely follow him. But he was saying that he personally thinks it's a fabricated injury. Probably shouldn't be sharing my DMs and stuff, but they trained on Monday and all of their key players that don't have international were not there with small injuries. So that could be, you know, a little tactic of theirs or something like that. Maybe he didn't want to fly out to Colombia and just miss the next game, but hopefully he's back. Even if he's not, I'm out with this goalkeeper because I'm not going to play in next game week anyway. And I'd rather that I could probably sell to a bot if I needed to get out of Munoz for like 0.13. Whereas they're only offering me, well, I don't know. But the rumours of that it was just to give him a rest. Yeah, exactly that. Now, I think the only thing is that he is a flight risk. But I reckon in the next, say he moved in like mid-January, I still think in the next 2 to 3 months, he gets me his money back. I think that he wins me stuff. I just think that he's too good not to. Do you know what? Do you know what, boys? We're going to do it live on stream. We're going to do it. Let's accept. Let's go. Bosh. 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 It's done. It's done. That's how quick you didn't do it. That's what happens. Let's go. He's back in the squad. He's back in the gallery. Here he is. Look at him with his little goatee. He loves it. Check this out as well. What's it? Price graph. Look. I bought him this time a year ago pretty much for 0.365. And then I sold him for 0.39. And now he's back in the gallery for basically 0.16. He's in. Congrats. Dub. Let's fucking go. I'll be interested to see if that guy can actually sell that goalkeeper though. I don't think he will. I think he'll sell him for like 0.13. Which I suppose he gets his 0.16 then, doesn't he? Works for him. Well, congrats, mate. Go for it. But there he is. By the way, Valverde, what a fucking pull this was. I weren't expecting this when you open it up and then you just see the Real, like the Uruguay and the Real Madrid. I'm thinking, fuck me, he must be a tier 1, surely. I didn't really know he scores, but I know he's box to box, etc. But I mean, they're not amazing. It's not like he's Carlos Hill, right? But I was shocked by the pull. But I think I'll keep him around just because of utility. I mean, international, Champions League, one of the best teams in the world. He has got a bit of a tough run there with Seville and Barcelona. Excuse me. But yeah, Valverde sticks around for a little while. I suppose that's the only position that I haven't really showed you, is midfielders. So now, my midfielders for Europe looks like this. Taylor Booth, just ignore that guy. Fuck me, he needs to sort his life out, I think. His football life, or his football body, and he's, I don't know, just annoying me. Look how much I spent on him. You know, that's when ETH was a lot of money as well. Yeah, Valverde, obviously very good. Palacios, superb. Garcia, unbelievable as well. coming off another 100. I'm still like a little bit gassed about what price I got this guy for, because look, I picked him up for 0.1 basically, and he is capable of just smashing it. I really like him as a player. I really like Girona. Really, really do. That's why I picked up their forward as well. But yeah, and then you've got Teddy Tuma in there as well, which I said I think that he'd do okay in the French league, and he certainly is at the moment. Certainly is at the moment. So then that leaves me with Pansil. So they're my forwards. That's where I was with Challenger Europe, etc. So Pansil in there gives me a good option for Challenger Europe, doesn't he? Did you pick? Yeah, I'm not even gonna pronounce his name. But I picked the first guy. Yeah, Victor. Let's call him Victor. And then it's annoying because then he got injured. But I've watched him play and I like him. Again, from an AA standpoint, he takes some of their sets as well. 23 AA, a 12 AA, a 7, an 11, a 17, a 10, a 28, a 14, a 10. You know, if they have the right game, which I really wanted him for this Cadiz game, because Garcia smashed it with a 98. And I think that if Victor played, I think that he would have done well in that game. Yeah, he's really good. I think he's injured. Yeah, it's annoying. I picked him up, literally got like a game out of him, and then he got injured. But that's pretty much just my luck. I also think Kramaric is a little bit underrated at the moment. I know that he's got these scores here, but again, just if you go to all and you look at this, if he can get back to these green scores here, I think that for the price, I think that he's pretty decent, especially with international utility as well. Um, yeah, international utility as well. So there you go. I've picked up one. Do I go ahead and pick up Pencil? Do I go ahead and pick up Pencil? My Genk player was him, wasn't it? It was that season. So that's not bad XP. Who is the seller of this? Just Dennis. So he's selling him because he's basically won his yeah, he's won his new card. I might be able to get him for a little bargain. Who knows? Yeah, you can lowball there. Got Basilbot. I knew that Basilbot had one. I offered him my goalkeeper actually earlier for a straight swap with Pencil, and he was just like, "Nah, I'm not interested. Not interested." So what did he get out of this? I think this guy overpaid a little bit. Maybe. Bots are cancelling a lot nowadays. Yeah. I think it might be Pencil. If I've got Munoz, I mean, look, if I've got Munoz, then just fucking go ahead and get Pencil. I wonder if that guy accepts cash though, because I haven't got the ETH. But I have got some cash. He's only accept. Oh, he can't accept cash. See, that's weird. He's only accepting money on this trade. But that don't make sense because cash is money, no? Should be Ethereum. Why is it not even letting me make a bid though in cash? Is that some sort of bug? It's a bit weird, isn't it? I mean, let's just try this guy. See, look. Well, that's my cash wallet because I think I've got an offer out, haven't I? Let's just go back here. Let me refresh. Where am I? My offer sent. And then, yeah, they're all cancelled. Let me just refresh. Let me just check on another tab, boys. I mean, something a minute. How did people get on the weekend, by the way? Any wins? Any wins for you boys? I think Sorare is having a little Having a little moment, you know. I don't know what's going on here. I want to show my balance. Oh, hide balance. Fuck me. There you go. Yeah, my bad, boys. Let's just refresh this. Yeah, anyone win anything over the weekend? Anyone win anything over the weekend? Well, there you go. Now you can see my ETH and my money that I've got in there at the moment. But you can't actually, can you? Because my camera's in the way. Ha 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 ha. Camera's in the way. Super rare threshold. Super rare threshold, yeah. Nice. Nice. We've got a big boy on stream, boys. Playing the old super rare threshold. Right. So let me try and get him in. Right, there you go. See? But he can't accept cash. Fucking fuming. Fuming. Why not? Why not, Dennis? Why not, Dennis? Why not? So the next one in my current season, if I was to get him, that does nothing in terms of collectability, though, does it? In terms of my collections. So let's just go to, where is it? Genk. Because if you can squeeze a little 1% out by signing players that you want, then why not? So yeah, if I get him, he's only going to give me 10, isn't he? Because it's not a mint or anything like that. I mean, eventually I would get that. In 90 days, I'll get another 10, so that'd be 40. So it'd give me the 1%. Threshold and a tier 3 and a 4. Nice. What is that? Is that in rare, Kebab? Is that in rare, mate? I suppose it's just the best price here. I mean, looking at XP. Oh, he's selling one, is he? No, this guy in the MLS chat. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Did he win him? Did he win him? Yeah, he won him as a reward. That's interesting, isn't it? I might ping him on Discord and just ask him how much he wants for it. Is he accepting cash, though? Yes, queen. He is. All right. Let's start this up. Let's have a little look. Make sure I've got his Discord right. Yeah. Do you know what? I think that's the only second time that I've actually made a purchase on stream, you know? What's going on? Mate, I'm selling pencil. Let's have a little chat with him, see if we can get another one on here. What's people think of the new layout, by the way? Do you like it? I mean, I think it's all right. I think it looks a little bit sleeker than it did. But I don't know. You'll get used to it, I suppose. But what I was trying to find out earlier is previous weeks. But I think you have to go to live and then scroll up, go to lineups, and then scroll up. So I wanted to see what like the prize pool was and things like that. So good for computer, but hard to manage on a phone. Yeah, I hadn't even tried it on a phone, to be fair. Yeah, I'm not sure. It seems like the resolution and the scales are a little bit out to me. Now I've zoomed in here to, oh, have I? 80. Oh, maybe that's a little bit better. Can you see that a little bit better your side? You probably can, right? Yeah, maybe that's a little bit better. Yeah, I suppose so. I was gonna say the resolution's a bit out. I thought I zoomed in a little bit, but maybe I just done it on there. Yeah, I don't mind it. I don't love it. I think market confuses me a little bit. See available cards. All right, so we've still got the same filter though. Got trending. Don't know why we've got trending on there really. It's just something that I'd never personally use. Do you know what I mean? All right. Well, let's look at pencil then. Who's selling a pencil? First thing I want to do is check. Would I buy any of these other players to get a nice little collection going? Well, definitely not any of them. Not any of them. Trezor, he's gone into the, what is it, Burnley he's at now. I don't think he's really doing it there, is he? I won't buy any of them. I might buy Hainan. Is Hainan in there? Yeah, I might. Potentially him. But I'd probably buy his super rare rather than his rare. He's doing well now. Big Paul. Doing well in the Turkish league, isn't he? He's doing all right. If you had to pick one MLS defender and one mid for cap 240, who would you pick? Ooh. I would pick a defender. I would pick, I don't know what Brooks Lennon. I mean, it's just because I know these players because I have them, right? And I'm not telling you to buy these because I have them. But from my experience, I really like Brooks Lennon because he's decisive, capable, but he can get like a 60 plus sort of L15. I like Daniel Lovitz because he plays on a solid defensive team and he takes sets and he's capable of getting, as you can see there. I mean, Tolu as well. I own him. He's capable of spiking. He's not been great in the last 6 months, but he's capable of doing that. I don't know. I think you've got a few options out there. Even Hollingshead, he pops up with like a 90 plus as well. And then from a mid as well. A mid. Lovitz, for me personally, I think Lovitz stays. Like Lovitz will stay. He's just been so solid as the left back. I think they re-sign him. I mean, I've got his super. I'm not selling it. If I lose money on it, fair enough. But yeah, let me just have a look at the teams again. Because I know most of the players there. Yeah, Hollingshead, I think his name is for LA FC. You're probably not going to get a Philadelphia boy in there. Tolu for Seattle is probably the one I'd go for. Columbus, their left back's all right. Have a look at him. Armisen, I think it is. Their left back's pretty decent. Houston, you've got Daniel Steres was really good at the beginning of the season. Then I don't know what happened, but Escobar might be a good shout. Escobar might be a good shout at Houston because he can spike. Now I don't know what he's done for the last 6 to 8 games, but before that, yeah, he was all right. New England, I wouldn't really touch. I mean, you've got Brandon By there, but I wouldn't touch. Real Salt Lake, no. Atlanta, you've got Brooks in there as well. You've got Lovitz at Nashville, which I've already said. Portland, you've got Claudio Bravo there. I don't know what season's been like, but I know that he can definitely get some double doubles and triple doubles in there. Earthquakes, I wouldn't really touch for Cap 240. Cascante, I mean, I owned him with Stuva. He had a few spikes at the beginning of the year, nothing major. You've got Gutman. Gutman might be a good shout. I mean, you can see here he plays for one of the worst teams in the league, but Gutman might be a shout as well. Midwise, I'm not sure. I know a lot of these players. Probably. Who's the fella at Houston, the midfielder? Arta. Maybe Arta, just because he's solid. I mean, look, he's consistent. He gets you those sort of mid-40s. Get somebody with a 6 or 7 percentage on there. He's doing all right, but I'd have to do some massive digging on that. Yeah, I'd have to dig in. I like Eli Sanchez. Yeah, he's consistent as well. Sort of around about the 50 mark, isn't he? Herrera is top. Yeah, Herrera is absolute fucking baller, mate. Forget him to point one. Yeah, it's madness. Any other questions, boys? I'm probably going to give it another 20 and then I'll head off. Any other questions? Anyone want any help with anything? Not to just listen to my opinion. I mean, anyone in the chat to help out as well. But I do want to look at this pencil. Have a look. Somebody said that they're selling a pencil or selling my pencil. I don't need a pencil, mate. I need a pencil. A rare one is what I'm looking for. Andre Blake limited at 20 quid is insane. Tempted to buy 10 and hold. Andre Blake, if I'm not clued up with limited prices, but if that's cheap for Andre Blake, then you'd like to think that he goes up in like January, February time, but not financial advice and all that shit. Right, is there any bots with this guy? I want to get him out. So Pug Trader and Basil have already sold. That's probably them selling that one. Although he might have another one there. Oh no, he sold it twice already. Okay. Rich Trader. Fair enough. He was hundreds. Oh fuck me, really? Limited. Shit. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of dough. It's annoying this guy don't accept cash. Fucking well annoying. Has my mate come back to me yet? No, he hasn't. I might be able to get a decent price out of him for this new card as well. What is it? Is he? What number is that? Oh, it's 13. Mint 13. I mean, he's not going to be selling it to me at like 0.14, is it? If he's got a list up for 0.17. I mean, he's just looking for a cheeky swap deal, isn't he? Which I haven't really got anyone to swap for him. So you've got this guy who's selling him. Sure, I've dealt with him before. I always take a look at people's galleries and in terms of who they're selling. Sorry, in terms of their valuation, the type of players they got. Because maybe like I'm missing something while they're selling, but it looks like this guy is just almost trading by looking at this. What he's got on sale. Yeah, he must be sort of trading, which makes me happier. We're not in this. Don't take into consideration the start of the year. We're not in the same position now. Yeah, it's true. It's true. I wonder if he's going to come back to me. I won't mind tying this up now. It saves me looking around. Lineup builder then. Let's have a look at this week because I haven't really got a team. I ain't got a forward, which is the annoying thing. I might be able to throw like a little 240 out there because I've got 3 goalkeepers playing and I can't even put out a full team because I ain't got a forward. I mean, I have got Bunbury, but I don't think Bunbury's going to start, is he? Not in that important game. And he's fucking shocking anyway. But I'll probably put him out there. Let's just see what I can actually do here. So if I went, who's that? Slovenia and Finland, but you've got Nashville at home. You've got Morris away at Iceland. Who would you play here, boys? What goalkeeper? Probably leaning towards Willis. But what goalkeeper would you play there, lads? Morris got 2 games. Oh, has he? Oh, good spot. Let's have a little look. So who's he playing? He's playing Iceland and Slovakia. Okay. Okay. Has Herodaki got 2 games? No, he plays 416. Morris 100%. Yeah, if he's got the 2 games, it gives me that chance, right? Does give me a chance. Probably yeah, I've got the most on him in terms of 8.5. Yeah, all right. So next one, we're definitely thinking Diego Dallo. 2 games cheat. Let's just check that. Where am I? Play sharper. Let's check Portugal's lineup or predicted lineup and see. What is it? 4-4-1-5, isn't it? Internationals. Let's have a look. Portugal and Slovakia. Yeah, Diego Dallo should be starting there. Cancelo left back. That was what I was concerned about. Was Cancelo was going to play right back. Dallo predicted for both games. Superb. Yeah, let's get Dallo in there. Then midfielder. the one and only Carlos Hill. But that only gives me 36 for a final player, which I just haven't got. Which means if Bunbury's not going to play anyway, which I just don't think he does. Let me check predicted lineups for Nashville. I'll be so surprised if he's going to be starting. It's normally Surridge, right? Yeah. Then you've got Bunbury there as 30%. So I'd probably have to throw it in All-Star, or I would have to go something like this. I think I've got a naught. I have got a naught forward. I've got Schmidt, I think. So that would give me 73. So pick it a bunch for these guys, which would maybe be. Has Teddy Tuma got 2 games? I know he plays for Malta. Portugal, what a team, Portugal. Yeah, Portugal's mad, mate. They've got such a good team. Such a good team. I actually think sometimes Ronaldo ruins it a little bit. They're one of the best of all time. Yeah. But Teddy Tuma, has he got a couple of games? No, split out, and he's playing Italy. I mean, it's not a good line. It's not a good fixture for him, is it, really? So it's probably what, Zimmerman or Chano. He's got 2 games. Who'd you play, boys? This fella, who looks, he is pretty decent, but let me show you what he's like for Luxembourg. Let's just go for all. You'd play him. He done all right there, didn't he? I suppose you get 2 shots here, didn't you? But Zimmerman is capable of decisives. I mean, look, he does well there. He takes their pens, yeah. I mean, I suppose if they get a clean sheet, do you know what I mean? I've got the goalkeeper and the defender. Then, as I said, I've got a 0 player there. I mean, it's not worth buying a forward, is it, really? I mean, who would I buy? Excuse me. Who would I even buy to go in there? And I don't really want to be buying one for one game week. I think it's just chancing your arm to see if you can get a threshold out of it. I mean, Gill's capable of like an 80. Dallo, he's got 2 shots here. Maybe a clean sheet in there. So maybe let's call that a 70. Let's call that a 75. Let's call that an 80. Well, let's just call it 3 80s, really. And then he needs to do something. You know, I could squeeze a little threshold there. I could. Maybe that's just what I throw out there for this week, boys. Let me just do it so I don't forget. You need a player to throw there. I do, and I've got one. I've got one. So upcoming rare. Let's have a look at my lineups. My guy. Buy a Pookie before send it. How much is Pookie? He's too much. If he was like a tenner or something. But yeah, I don't know why. I know all about him, so I don't know why he would just be a tenner. But so yeah, let's just go in here. Competitions. Let's throw a team in 240. Come on in, boys. Morris. We've got Della. We've got Hill. We've got. We need somebody without a game, so no game this week. And we've got Schmidt. And then we'll throw in. Who did we say? Chanot, wasn't it? Game this week. Channel. There you go. It's got to be Dalot, isn't it? 2 games. I reckon I can get threshold out of that. He's on my forward watch list for next season. He's on fire at the moment. Yeah, I still don't like Pookie though, mate. Just from an AA standpoint, he scores goals for sure. Yeah, and you get international duty out of him as well, so that's decent. Yeah, there you go, boys. Nice little lineup. So I don't forget. I ain't gonna bore you doing training lineups, but I must remember to do those tomorrow. Definitely. Add a few more entries into my competition. Boys, if you're not playing oh nice. Is that what comes up? If you haven't entered, feel free to. Feel free to. Look, cheeky little giveaway for Sergio Ramos. Feel free. Yeah, I read this. Do you see that? Tonali and Zanilo been sent home. They could have been breaching betting regulations and rules and all that sort of stuff. So not going to be good for Newcastle, especially, is it? Losing him for sure. Let's just see if that guy's come back to me. No, he hasn't. I reckon that I'm probably going to pick up that pencil. The other thing that I don't know if anybody else does. I don't know if it's a tip for somebody or whatever, but I'll take a look. If you go to market on Sorare data and then go to live market and then go over to offers, you can't see it because of my camera, but in the top right, if you click offers, if you are like hell bent on getting somebody from your watch list, pick the scarcity that you want and then just all owned watch lists. And then it just helps you identify who's listed some of those cards, like recently listed. Now, sorry that it has been playing up for me all day. I don't think it's my internet, but it has been playing up all day. Good night, need study. Cheers, kebab. Thanks for joining, mate. Yeah, all the best. Yeah, do it all the time. Check it 10 times a day for MLS. Yeah, it's great. It is, mate. It is. Let me filter again. Try and load up some of these photos so I know I'm bloody looking at. That must be a sign. It's just showing me Son and Pencil. Just show me Pencil. Look, there he is. Right in the middle there. What's going on, Mies? Welcome, mate. Welcome. Yeah, we've got about 5-10 minutes left of this, but yeah, feel free to jump to the start and catch up. I have got some more reef as well though to get somebody else in, not just Pencil, because I'm gonna buy him with cash. I don't mind Pereira. I don't know how he's playing in the Championship. I think he's such a good player. Yeah, it's mad how he's playing there. When he playing for Portugal's like first team a year ago, what are you looking for? Scouting. I've already made a purchase, mate. I've already got Munoz. We spoke about Challenger defenders, and also I was looking at Challenger forwards and stumbled across. Well, I didn't stumble across him, but Pencil as well to pair him with Munoz. I was looking at him. Had a quick look at FB Ref, so it's quite interesting in terms of like if you're looking for champion players. Where was it? On here, it's something I've never really used before, but there is as I said, there was the So Rare Rambler. I think that's what they're called, but probably not. But expected goals and expected assists and all that sort of stuff, and it's quite interesting who appears on these lists. Shots on target here. I always like looking at that one. I mean, Sane's in there. I do like Sane. I think I will pick a Sane up. I just need to win. Just need to win him, don't I? Yeah. Who else have we got in here? We've got expected assists as well. Yeah, XA expected assists. Do you know what? This Savio guy, he's a good player at Girona. I wish I would have picked him up a little bit earlier, but he was firing pre-season and all of a sudden just erupted in terms of price. I would like a Verts as well. I mean, I know everybody would. I was looking at Coman. I was talking to Channy about this on Twitter earlier this morning or yesterday morning, one of the two, because I was thinking about picking him up because he can just smash it every couple of games. But the trouble is that when Gnabry comes back, is he going to be locked in? And I don't think that he is. I think it's just guessing week in and week out whether he's actually going to be, starting. Your opinion on which? Sorry, I've got something covering that. Your opinion on which keeper you think will be number one for Notts Forest? See, that is such a weird one at Nottingham Forest because even last year was weird when they obviously had Henderson and then I think he got injured, didn't he? And then they brought in who's that? It's like a veteran goalkeeper. Forget his fucking name now. I should know his name. And then they brought him in, but I'm sure Dean Henderson was fit at one stage. But they played the old veteran boy anyway. And then they didn't re-sign Henderson. And then they've got Matt Turner in, but they've also got obviously the ex Benfica goalkeeper. And I have no idea, mate. Navas, that's the one. Cheers. Yeah, I have no idea. Listen, I'm not going to tell you whether to keep or sell or whatever because he could be number one the whole season. But any situation that I'm personally in, if I've got goalkeepers that are competing for the number one shirt, I'd think about getting them out. I just don't want the headache, you know? Just don't want the headache, mate. So, yeah, it's up to you. It's up to you. Um, would you like to take a look at my gallery? Fully understand if you don't have time. Yeah, I'll take a look, mate. Why not? Why not? We haven't got a schedule here. We can do what the fuck we want. What is your gallery name though? How is Odysseus 29? Thought he was mid-30s. Yeah, mad. What keepers you looking at the moment? I'm not really. Um, I need to win a couple of more things, sell them off, and then build up a bit of a balance, and then I will be looking at another goalkeeper. The only goalkeeper that's really caught my eye at the moment is Butez for Antwerp, just because I was looking at a a defensive stack with Toby and Batali or Batal, however you pronounce his name. But I need to take a massive deep dive into it because I probably do actually need to get a Champ Europe goalkeeper. A Champ Europe was something that I wasn't really planning on getting involved with, but I kind of stumbled across it with a few of the purchases with Garcia and Victor as the striker, with obviously the Bayer Leverkusen boys as well. Teddy Tuma making that jump from challenger to champion. So yeah, I probably need another champion goalkeeper to give me that flexibility. Maybe one week if Bayer Leverkusen and Girona have got like amazing fixtures, I might want to smash them in and just go for Champ Europe for 1 week. So, but yeah, a long roundabout way of saying I haven't got a goalkeeper on my watch list at the moment, mate. Let's go 248. Okay, MS 248. Okay, so you're a limited player. What's your priority? What do you normally play? Go Sorare results. Let's have a look. Okay, so that's just academy because obviously we're in that game week. How'd you get on last week? Little tier 5 in there, but you capped 240. Okay, so you got a stack. What team is that? Nice little stack, though. Excuse me, I mean, it done well for you, didn't it? You needed a decisive from a midfielder or a forward, really. You're doing free to play stuff, which is cool. You got Boniface, Xhaka's a decent card in there as well. Maybe Palacios over Xhaka. Bellingham's and Savio. Yeah, Savio is a very good player. You probably want in this lineup, you probably want a midfielder over one of those forwards though. Maybe you pick up your Alex Garcia, but I know he's not on. Or last time I looked, he weren't on the free to play game. But Garcia and Savio might be a good little link up. You've got the defensive stack in there as well, which is nice. Premier League. Trippier, big player. Madison, big player. Ollie Watkins, he can do some business. Again, I wouldn't go for two forwards there, mate. I'd go for another midfielder or a defender. Depends. I mean, AA is not massive on Watkins or on Rasmus. Sanchez in there as well as Chelsea. I don't really rate Chelsea's defensive line at the moment. I think it's inconsistent. Yeah. Yeah, it's all right, mate. You're just getting started. Thiago Silva's a decent card to pick up and put him into that semi-pro lineup. Definitely. Very, very safe, sort of 60 plus scorer. For sure. Oh, let's go ahead. Yeah, got you. Also, do you think Sanchez will stick it as Chelsea's number one? Petrovic. I know a lot about Petrovic. Seen him a hell of a lot in the MLS. He is a really, really good goalkeeper. In terms of just like shot stopping skills and stuff. So whether he's got the ability at the moment to walk into a Chelsea team in the Premier League, I'd probably say no, but I definitely think that he's going to be given the gig for a few like FA Cup games and things like that, and see how he gets on. He's somebody who trains pretty well as well, from what I hear, and he's going to be chomping at the bit. So I think I'd say that at the moment, I personally think that he's probably like 90% on Sanchez. But as the season goes on, who knows what's going to happen? 409 was a very good week for me. Yeah, it was, mate. It was nice. Real nice. Real nice. My game week could have been so much better, you know. Could have been so much better. I didn't... Oh, somebody's listening to Little Pencil here. MR Trade. Hold on, boys. Let's have a little look here. Let's have a little look here. I always look at their galleries, just seeing who they're selling and stuff. Don't really know why. Who do you have there? That's 20 player. In his collection. It's not a bad little collection, I think. Pencil isn't in here, is he? No. But Ito is. And I will be picking one of him up eventually. I just will. To pair with Teddy Tuma. Would I buy any of these players? Probably not, actually. Yeah, I don't know why I'm sort of fascinated on these collections, just to get an extra percentage. I wonder what he'd sell him at. Let's have a look. Yeah, we'll give it 5 minutes, boys. I'm probably going to jump off. Well, I'm probably going to wait till my mate comes back to me for a new season card. But does he accept cash? He can't accept cash. Absolute fucking pointless. What a waste of my time. What I have to say about that. What a waste of my time. Anything else, boys? Any other questions? Any other debates? Any other things going on? Just my final thoughts actually on 270. I've heard a lot of people talking about that. The old month long. Because I won a tier 3 out of the month long. Or the monthly is the right word. The monthly is the right word. Yeah, I got a tier 3, which was pretty decent, like 0.12 ETH, I think I sold him for, or I got him for. I think that I don't mind it being in cap 270, but the rewards are fucking shocking. I don't understand who would actually prioritize that for 4 weeks. I mean, cap 270, you can still put some big players in there. Like, am I really going to put Carlos Hill in there, considering that he could potentially win me like an all-star rare? And I'm going to put him in there and wait 4 weeks to win a tier 4. I think they really need to look at that again. I think they got it massively wrong. If you're going to put it in a cap mode, fine, but don't like them. Those rewards are terrible. So, yeah. Congrats on your Valverde reward. Appreciate that, mate. Yeah, really weren't expecting that as a tier 2. Yeah, I think he's going to stick around for at least a few weeks. He weren't on my watch list, so maybe he does move on for me to pick up like a Heung-min Son or somebody like that. But I do really like him. Top 4 Prem predictions: City, Arsenal, Liverpool, and Spurs. Just go for it. Go for it. As a Spurs fan, why not? Why not? We're doing all right. We're doing all right. All right, boys, I'm going to leave you. As I said, go ahead and follow me on Twitter if you've not followed me on Twitter, and enter in that competition. Who knows, you might win a Sergio Ramos. Thanks for joining me on this pleasant evening. I hope you've enjoyed yourself. I have. Been all right, isn't it? You know, first stream in a while. Probably ain't going to stream in a little while because I've got a baby and stuff. So, well, I've got 2. But I've actually got a newborn. So I'm fucking knackered as it is. But yeah, appreciate you joining me. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. If you're catching up on video, thanks for watching. And if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you in the future, boys.